So, the next time you find yourself quoting a philosopher, ask yourself, do I truly understand this? If the answer is no, then dive deeper. It's the only way to move from being a mimic to someone who is genuinely wise. Strategic living. We all like to think we're in control of our lives, but if you're anything like most people, you've probably caught yourself at some point feeling like life is a game you can't quite figure out. Well, here's the thing. It is a game. And the next level of intelligence, the calculator, has figured that out. They've realized that intelligence isn't just about absorbing information or sounding smart. It's about using knowledge strategically to get ahead. The calculator doesn't just react to life, they shape it. They think critically, not emotionally. They look at the world, assess the rules, and figure out how to use them to their advantage. In a way, they've learned how to play the game of life with precision. But here's the catch. The calculator's thinking can be cold and transactional. They're no longer playing by the same rules as everyone else. They're working the system. They know how to navigate social, professional, and personal dynamics to get the outcome they want. They see opportunities where others see obstacles. They understand people's motivations, their fears and desires, and they use this understanding to maneuver through life. In many ways, the calculator is winning. They're not just reacting to situations, they're controlling them, bending them to fit their goals. But in doing so, they sometimes lose sight of the bigger picture. They begin to see everything as a transaction. Every interaction is weighed for its potential return. This level of intelligence is all about strategy, but sometimes it's easy to get lost in the game. You might have met a calculator in your life. These are the people who always seem to have a plan. They know exactly what they want and how to get it. They've figured out the rules of the game, whether it's business, relationships, or social dynamics, and they use those rules to climb higher, faster. But the problem with this level of intelligence is that it often comes at the expense of connection. Calculators can sometimes forget about the human element, the emotional side of life. They're so focused on efficiency, on maximizing outcomes, that they may lose touch with the people around them. Life becomes a series of moves and counter-moves, with every person they encounter just another part of the system they're trying to optimize. This is where the loneliness sets in. The calculator might be winning the game of life, but they're doing it alone. When you start viewing every interaction as a transaction, you begin to see people as tools or obstacles rather than human beings with their own needs, desires, and emotions. The calculator's success is often built on manipulation, on knowing how to work the system and control the narrative. But in this pursuit of control, they might miss the deeper, more meaningful connections that come from truly understanding and empathizing with others. It's easy to get trapped in this level of intelligence, especially when you start to see the world in terms of strategy and outcomes. You start thinking of people as stepping stones, as means to an end. You find yourself analyzing every interaction, figuring out what's in it for you, how you can make it work to your advantage. This might feel empowering at first. After all, you're taking control, you're winning. But eventually, the emptiness starts to creep in.